drugs, steroids, analgesics, sedatives on the late senator, saying that his testimony was variant with the toxicology reports independently. The political space does not give space for vacuum. So as we speak right now, we're counting down to seeing who will step in his stead and who's going to take over from him where he stopped. Now, there's a lot of drama. As a matter of fact, there are about 11 political parties contesting for this election. Now, JP, special factor is key here. People are still divided as regards how popular is. Matter of fact, Otumba Ademola Adeleke is a younger brother of the late senator. His Ede factor is also going to be a key role in this election because Ede has two local government areas. There's Ede North and Ede. When other contenders like Senator Akinlabi, Olasokomi, and Mr. Olayiwola Falabi stepped down for him. So it appears that we have a situation here where the PDP were together, seen together, campaigning for this particular candidate. Now, it's interesting to note what played out before the election. Both Hussein and Adeleke were formerly an election committee, while Senator Hussein, who is the preferred candidate of Governor Aregbesola, was disqualified. Now, it was disqualified because there were notions that he was appointed as commissioner by the state governor committee, and he was subsequently screened and cleared less than 24 hours to the party's primary. Now, the reaction, Adeleke's reaction to that was to pull out, saying that he doesn't believe and gave Adeleke the chance to run. Now, what do we know about this election? Of course, we know that Delta State Resident Electoral Commissioner Barito Pagi was deployed for this election, and is speaking in high spirit, as a matter of fact. Now, we also know that 11 political parties are fielding candidates for this particular poll that will take place in 10 local government areas today. Now, the police has also beefed up security for this election. As a matter of fact, they are saying that they are battle ready for troublemakers. And with the figures, we're about 4 security agencies. So we see the police working with other agencies, other security agencies, to secure and cater for this election. INEC has promised regards their level of preparation for today's by-election. When we come back, we'll find our way to Ejigbo, where our correspondent Kunle Ojo is standing by to keep us abreast of what's happening in the
for you to know that we are making adequate preparation to ensure the peaceful and successful conduct of the. I've said it before, but we are still going to repeat it, that adequate security will be provided, and whosoever with the law, in accordance with the law. Yes, the restriction will be from 6:00 hours in Ibadan Ife Express, but we won't allow any vehicle to veer into any of the and Gbọ̀ngán Òṣogbo.
Was necessitated by the sudden death of the senator in the area at the National Assembly, late Isiaka Adeleke. 11 political parties according already all the electoral materials for the poll.
Distributed according to the number of wards of what INEC call registration.
Political parties in the by-election commended the level of
number of each package and ticking them off against what's written on the pack. The only thing that we didn't do is open the pack.
Voting are expected to go on simultaneously. From our special election coverage broadcast as regards the Osun West by-election, I'm joined now by correspondent Kunle Ojo, who is currently at 7:25 thereabout. You reported that accreditation had started in Ede. What's the situation of things right now in Ejigbo?
Precisely High Court Road, and I said in the morning, I can confirm to you that election started on the dot has been in progress. By the time we got to this place around some minutes after 10, I can confirm to you now that here about to perform their civic duty. And I can confirm, I can also confirm too that the exercise since the morning has been, and expectedly most of them they've performed their civic duty. Here you can see here we have the security men on ground. Bring to your notice that it has been a massive turnout of voters. Itself, people turn out en masse despite the weather. They were on queue.
Where elections are also taking place, if the situation is the same as regards the turnout and security.
Peaceful all the while, and that the turnout has been highly impressive, and that the turnout has been a source of encouragement. A lot of voters are going on well as expected.
The accreditation started in Ede about 7:25 a.m. What time did that?
Out of 8, and I have some of the voters here that can confirm the situation of things with me here to really confirm that accreditation started.
We started exactly 8 o'clock this morning.
And since the exercise started, what has been the situation of things?
Everything is going on very well. There is no problem.
What would you say? What would be your assessment?
As I said very earlier, the process is very good. The condition of everything is okay.
Oh, thank you very much. Also, I have another voters here that can equally lay credence to what he has said. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You are welcome.
What's your name? Coming out that accreditation and voting started on the dot of 8 here, and all along we were expected to have a free ride. We were stopped, and the security men on ground have to check our vehicles. That's why the fact that like I told you in the morning. Another thing I observed was that we saw some military men in most part of where defense, immigration, and other military and paramilitary officers. So it has been a joint effort. It has been a joint cooperation among us to get the number of security men deployed for this ongoing exercise.
Kulejo, thank you very much for joining us this time on the program. We'll be back with you before we go as we follow up developments in Osun West area. Finding out what's happening with the election. According to him, the turnout has been amazing, and of course we've had a violence-free election thus far. We hope it goes that way. In-depth analysis as regards what we have concerning this election. Yemi Sakai is a citizen journalist. Thank you very much for finding time to join us on the show today.
Good afternoon. It's nice to be here. Nice to be back here once again.
Aya is here again. Good afternoon, and thank you for coming.
Afternoon. Thank you for having me once again.
All right, so let's talk about how important this election is. I'm going to start with you, Yemi Saka. Constituency projects. Their primary responsibility is to make laws up there. Over the years, people have not been able to understand the role. When you look at how much has been budgeted for senators and house of the role of lawmakers in this part of the world.
No, we haven't, and probably we will indict the electorate as well, because the expectation of the legislators is just simple. They want handouts. You come back to your constituency and you give out sewing machine, grinding machine, and motorcycles, and they hail you. There was a time I found myself on a Facebook page of a senator from not his job. It's
and wheelbarrows.
No, governors give us automatic wheelbarrows. And it's so like I said the last time I was here, I started an instance that if I'm a senator from Ogun East, I know that is where we have the forest reserve in Ogun State, and I probably will go to the National Assembly, making laws how we can start demanding for when you come. You don't have a business constructing roads. You don't have any business erecting a primary health care center. You don't have any business providing CT scan machines. What you need to do is just make laws. So we need to define, both the senators and the electorate should define what they're going to the National Assembly to do. Okay, so
Barrister, are you surprised, given the reports we are getting? You seem to have a better background of Osun and with enough security agents to go around.
What I see is that I've been following the situation since the commencement of the primary up to this moment, and violent-free, and the traditional institutions have seen that any political leader that say that he should go and perpetrate violence, just call his children to lead in the violence. So largely, state, and I have to state that the turnout is quite impressive. Permit me to use the word. This is like a shadow election to 2018 election, where the political gladiators in Osun State, they are trying to test their grounds and their structures, and who to get what. But largely, had disagreement with Senator Isaka Adeleke, Belsen memory, and they are the people now who are now behind the flag bearer of the PDP. So people are saying that largely the members of the society across board, they don't have any differences. The only difference they have is temporary. That is when they are struggling for power. But having secured the power, they become friends again. That is the reason why it was very seamless from one to cross from one political party to the other. So
I'll get back to you because as a matter of fact, it's amazing how PDP opened its arms gladly to welcome Adeleke as its candidate. We also seem to have seen some sort of Sheriff McCarthy unity for this election. What do you think that is saying concerning PDP nationally?
Well, as we all know, it's not just peculiar to PDP. Nigeria politics is always like that. Ideology, as it drives other political parties in other climes. That is why if you feel aggrieved today, you can just walk into another political party and you are accepted. So that was what happened in 2015. You know, people just presidential election in 2015. So it's not peculiar to PDP. It's a common setting. Now appeal to a committee setup, because at the point of the primary, it was reported that he did not resign. So he appealed. It was during the appeal that they now consider him. That was why Nuruddin had to leave the APC to go to PDP so that he can test his own strength.
So I agree with you on some issues.
I just need to shed some light on that issue. You know, when the committee that will do the screening was screened out, and he appealed against the decision, and the party now overruled the decision of the screening committee. It's not that they didn't allow him to participate in primary. Nuruddin did not participate in primary, and he moved from APC seamlessly to the PDP. And
to leave. Anybody
has the right to leave.
It was chased out.
But it's interesting, Yemi, the way all of this is playing out. Recall that Hussein.
So let me just to clarify it. Yeah. Nuruddin did not participate in the primary because he believed that maybe
bringing Hussein back
at the party structure and all
that
it will not favor him. Yes.
Delegate, I think in 2011,
and
then in 2015 he stepped down for the same late senator to run on the on the platform of the APC. All Progressives Congress. So we see a situation where we're just revolving around the same people, the same party. Would you say that this system is good enough for our leadership?
Well, it's like that over in the world, and I would probably want to disagree with what Victor said, and I want to go back in history, Russian political what I view. This is a test run for 2018, like he said, and I will mention names. I won't share it from it like he did. Omishori is a perennial contender and is going to contest again in 2018, and he needs that senatorial district to build a structure. Yes, he changed out the late Adeleke out of PDP, but the Adeleke too has always been a PDP man. It was just because they needed to just oust. He had this plan from day one. He made sure Gani Olaoluwa remains the chairman of the PDP in Osun State. And Gani Olaoluwa will